Okay, that's good. That's halfway to working then. Yeah, no, I'm not hearing anything from your end.
All right, let's see if you hear
So,
if you hear something now.
yeah, I can hear something now. That's you coming through, I think.
Okay. So I see what I have to do now. Be the latest in the server drama. The big gay, the big Ray.
Big gay. Just love that phrase. I got Rose with it earlier. That's what it was.
You say big gay?
The
Yeah.
big gay.
No, I said I'm the big gay. And she didn't know what was going on.
You're such a delight.
Holy.
God damn it.
God damn it. That would be my boss.
Siri.
Wait.
Okay. So, I have to listen to myself through the tablet, and then also listen to you through here, while I speak on the computer.
Perfect. High tier. That's what peak performance sounds like, I suppose. But yeah, that's the ideal. When Google invented the concept of talking over the internet, that was their creative intent. It's very complex. You won't understand unless you've watched all the lore trailers, but it's definitely there. I'm sure Google Track 10 will explain it all.
Oh yes. You have to have extensive knowledge of all of the charts. And I mean extensive with an A, because that makes it more official.
Exactly. When is Google going to cuck me by releasing their own version of Track 10 before I get mine out? Perfect. Yeah. Is it working? Hello?
Yeah, I'm gonna edit out some parts of this in the wonderful Linux editor.
Oh boy. Oh yeah, you did that. I forgot that you became GNU plus Linux incarnate, the avatar of that concept. And that's now your main gimmick, that you're a Linux user.
Is that part of the lore?
I think that's the crux of the lore. That's the highlight. That's the main thing. That's I do Warhammer videos. You use Linux as your operating system. That's your pop content. That's your appeal. That's how you bring them all in. That's how you get all the millions of fans. Lego Unikitty, not good enough anymore. You need to get something more popular, more powerful. Linux.
Yes, I'm gonna start doing Godot tutorials.
Yes. You should legitimately just go to Alex's Godot tutorials and just transcribe them and read them out yourself. But
Oh my
with
God.
like fucking no, what you do, and yeah, you take his like video footage and you put that through your videotape deal process, and it's exactly the same footage but with you dubbing it instead, and videotape quality.
I put it on a VHS.
Exactly. That's the artistic intent behind Linux. When they invented Linux, that was their goal. That was the dream. That was their Track 10.
It's a sofa. It's a sofa that I just put a quilt on top of.
They wanted to steal AlexHoratio's content.
Yes, they did. That's all they ever dreamed of.
I guess that's why Alex's name is on Godot's development page.
Yeah, they're highlighting it. They're making sure everyone knows. They're making it. They're showing they are closer than ever before to achieving the dream, the end game of people stealing Alex's content and putting weird filters over it.
So how are you doing, Magos?
Oh, you know, regular existential crises, crippling depression because I'm writing an incredibly self-loathing and self-destructive art thing, but punctuated with moments of big pride very occasionally, because I'm also making cool stuff from time to time, I guess. So, you know, could be worse. How about you, Lily?
Yeah, that Half-Life video was really, really good. It's just the emotions in that were so good. The writing just felt nice when I was listening to it. Ooh, it was so nice.
Oh boy, thank you. Yeah, that went. I mentioned it in the video, but that went through a lot of revisions. That script ended up being like cut down a bunch of times. The original version was like 5 or 6 pages long, and then that went down to 3, and then it went down to 2 pages for the final one because I had to do my my dumb autistic sync to the music bullshit because fucking that was the gimmick of the video. We do a thing sync to Triage at Dawn, Path of the Borealis remix. Yeah.
Yeah, I
No,
think
I was pretty happy with it.
the fact that you synced it to the music in such a way just helped the emotions get through so much better.
Yeah, I that was the original idea. Like I had the idea for that video like the day Laidlaw did his whatever thing that I talk about in the video where he releases the story about fucking what he'd planned Half-Life's ending to be. Like that's when I originally came up with the video. Because that song, or some version of that song, was getting like, well, that was one that everyone was posting because that's the sad music from Half-Life, and everyone was sad about Half-Life. But, yeah, so that was sort of the original idea, and it had gotten away from that. But for the final version, I wanted to bring it back to that. I wanted to do something real emotionally dense and tight, and get across this pretty simple point, but have it be thematically coherent with the through line of themes of all the videos what I've been doing recently, and get some big feels in a small video.
Yeah.
Sounds weird. Can't say those things. Oh god. Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of saying things, oh god, I'm talking about saying things and getting words wrong at the same time. But, yeah, listening to myself back while also recording the thing is such a surreal experience. This brings me back to the OG podcasting days of the Adequate Powers cast #1 and all of those other Audacity recorded things.
To actually work where it records both the speakers and the microphone.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, not like last podcast where we lost the audio because the bot just randomly left the call.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, unless my computer just dies all of a sudden, which it has multiple times, and then it had to get jury-rigged back together.
Of course it did. Oh boy.
So what's going on in the land of AlexHoratio?
Well, a lot is going on with regard to actually setting up the whole thing to get a game on Steam. It's the worst. I hate it so much. So
Gonna get it on Steam?
yeah, it's a pretty easy submission process. You just pay a fee and then you put it up. Alright, that's not exactly it because you have to give so much information. I had to sign an NDA, so I don't even know how much I'm allowed to talk about. But because I can't go back to the NDA. Once you sign it, they lock you out from it. You can't go back to it. It's not good. It's 0 out of 10. I hate it. Point being, it's really annoying. There's a lot of stuff to do, and it got delayed 3 weeks, like yesterday. So I'm kind of mad about that. And to top it all off, I've gone back to school today, which means I am very tired and I have no more free time in the world ever. So yeah, just general unhappiness, anger. What about in the Outlaw verse? How's that going?
Where what I would do
You're
I would
playing your
take a
own
look at
audio through your speakers. Is that how this is working then?
Yeah.
Okay, then horrifying.
Yeah, that's what I would do on the old Audacity cast. But the thing about this one is because I don't have headphones, what I have to do is use my tablet to listen to myself on another account.
Wow. Okay. The terrifying, terrifying delight.
Yeah, that's what this Marge Simpson thing here is. That's my main Outlaw account that I use for Google.
Yeah, I did assume that was how it was going, where there was some sort of where one was a secondary thing that's doing, like, is that the one that's actually streaming this? Is that how this works? Or
No, it's streaming on Graveyard Shift.
okay.
I'm just listening to you and apparently myself through this one.
Oh, okay then. Sure. But why do you need to be doing either of that then? What purpose is the Marge bot serving?
Because I don't have headphones.
Oh, okay. So that's how you're hearing me as well. Okay. So
Yes.
if that was not streaming, then could you just mute could you have Marge mute Graveyard Shift?
Um,
That work?
for some reason, the mic on Marge isn't working. That's what I tried to do of it originally.
Okay, but you're recording via a mic on Graveyard Shift though. Welcome to the technical difficulties.
Yeah,
Cast.
that's
This is what
my
this is.
computer. That's Linux.
Yeah. Okay. So why does it matter if the mic doesn't work on the Marge one? All you need Marge to do is to hear me through, right? And
Yeah.
you don't want to be hearing you in echo.
Well, yeah, the reason I'm hearing myself through echo is because I'm using Marge to listen.
Yeah, so why don't you go to your tablet and on Marge have Marge mute Graveyard Shift so that you won't have to listen to you, but you will still be able to listen to me through the tablet.
Because I can't speak through Marge. Her mic isn't working.
Yeah, but you're not speaking through Marge. You're speaking through Graveyard Shift. You're making it so Marge is what?
I can't hear through I can't hear through Graveyard Shift.
Yeah, and you don't. That's fine because you don't need to hear yourself. You only need to hear me, right?
Oh, wait a minute. Can you mute hearing certain people?
I'd assume so. You can do that on everything else, right? Yeah, you can do it. Click the little arrow one. Well, that's how you do it on computer. I don't know how you do it with a tablet interface. Yeah, you go over the thing. There's a little down arrow bit. You just mute that single person. Welcome to the Magos' Rightcast. Fucking people should believe me. Damn it.
Fuck, I've read the script. Do I listen back to my own voice or I just delete all my progress? Just close Audacity again. So I'm doing this, recording this, because if I have no standards, if it's something I don't want to be on the internet, it doesn't matter if it's utter garbage trash. Like 30 people subscribe to me. Why?
Okay, so I haven't found a thing that does this on mobile at least.
Like, is there a thing where you can click, where you just push the name, push the
I
the
believe I
anime
just
girl?
did. Oh wait, no, it didn't work. Shit. Jesus Christ.
This is a great podcast. Everyone's loving this. All the Lego Unikitty fans are donating trillions of dollars to your Patreon right now.
Yes, the Patreon that doesn't even exist.
Exactly.
Anymore.
They're doing it. They've max survived it. They've made a Patreon for you. They're pledging to that, and they're going to send you a box. They're going to by carrier pigeon. That is by a ridiculous number of carrier pigeons carrying a box. They're all like tied to the box, and inside the box is a courier who's like fucking like one of those fucking magicians who contorts themselves to get into a small space, and that box is going to be dropped on a house near you, maybe, and then the courier is going to unfurl himself from the box and then is going to come to your house and hand you all of the money. That's the closest they're going to do.
Yes. But in order to get on the carrier pigeons, it first must go through the Central Bank of Mongolia.
Of course. That's where the Patreon account was set up for. It was a Mongolian who did it. The Mongolians, little known fact, but Mongolian citizens love Lego Unikitty. It's their favorite thing.
Wait a minute.
Basically, their culture. Basically, Mongolia has no culture except for Lego Unikitty.
Oh my god. If they love Lego Unikitty, though, how do they love me? Because I hate it so much.
They love the concept of Lego Unikitty and anything relating to Lego Unikitty, even if it's criticism. The fact that Lego Unikitty is being discussed and brought up, it's enough to really get them excited.
Yeah, I mean, much like how Mongolians, the majority of them, have images of Genghis Khan hanged on their wall, they also have Lego Unikitty.
Yeah.
That's an actual true fact. Most Mongolians have Genghis Khan on their wall.
That's fun. Yeah, that's cool. I can respect that. It's a bit overt, but I respect it. It's fun. It's fun and exciting. Genghis Khan was fun. I will give him that much.
Yeah, and he had a cool face.
He did have a pretty cool face, yeah. One of the cooler faces.
Yeah. When it comes to iconography like that, a lot of the time it just depends on how cool and iconic the faces look. Because when you're trying to frame it on a wall, it's putting something somewhere where you would want to look at it and be like, ooh, I'm inspired and this feels nice.
Yeah. That's why we should all put up pictures of Hitler on our walls. Let's go. That's the old meme. Magos makes himself seem like a Nazi and ruins any future chance. It's weird. I see these dynamics forming. I see the little bits where there's these sub-factions, these groups that
sub-factions of the Chromasticators.
I'm seeing it. I'm seeing the battle lines being drawn. I'm seeing. I sense it. Of course, I mean the Wiener conflict is the obvious. Now, it seems to be general consensus of why is Wiener here, but there's fucking I can feel the tension every time that fucking drunken ninjas in the chat. I can feel there's a conflict brewing there. There's going to be a Batman versus Superman, me versus fucking ninja something. Oh god, it's all it's people. I don't know how to solve the people. How do you solve the people?
I mean, we've got the Wiener and Mr. Cynical faction, and then we have the Outlaw and Weeb Trash Productions faction, which is an entirely different world. Then we got Audio Adolf working with Feedback Steve over here, but they're not very important. And then we have Jeff working with Drunken Ninja somehow, which is a dynamic I never thought would happen. We've got Orca and Unusual Caterpillar. They're all different.
It's oh jeez, and there's also Seabass.
Yeah, he's just here.
Yeah, it's the Seabass. As I said, I'm pretty sure he's here because Jeff wanted to see his dick, but that's okay. That's fine. That's okay. Whatever.
Is the next we are the next allied powers.
Oh boy! I mean, there's loads of that. There's the non-video making crows. There's the video making crows. There's the it's all a nightmare. It's gonna break out into the World War Crow. It's gonna be a problem. It's gonna be a big problem. Audio Adolf's gonna start fucking militarizing the Rhineland. How does that come into the narrative? I don't know. How many layers does this go? How many layers does it go? Is Audio Adolf gonna take over Spider-Man in the Rhineland? Is that gonna be the progression? It won't be, because I've already scripted out all of the fucking next Spider-Man in the Rhineland episodes. But you know, maybe there's room in like track 10 for a thing of that. Fuck it.
Track 10.
God. Track 10 is gonna be a fucking nightmare. Parties are bad. Anything positive I said about them was satire. Please don't bring this up as drama.
Jeremy Corbyn supporters are coming for you.
Oh no, they've allied. I was already the most wanted person by both the Queen and Theresa May. Now they're joining forces. All of them are working together for the first time. I have galvanized them. I'm like Unicron. I've forced the Autobots and Decepticons to team up to defeat the common enemy, the greater threat.
Oh no.
Magos.
Yes. It's just like Angela Merkel and Martin Schulz geaming up. Oof. Oof.
It's biting political commentary right there. What is this cast going to be called? That's what we need to figure out.
The stream itself was just called Magos X Outlaw Podcast.
Wow. Very inventive. Let's call it the X Gonna Give It To You cast. And let's not talking about hardcore gangster rap. I like the part where they bust a cap in your ass. I like how I started saying ass but didn't commit and defaulted back to the British pronunciation. So sort of did a bit of stumble through both. Ass. That's what they say in all the raps. That's going to be a line when the eventual Magos rap, when it comes, it'll come. It will come, and no one can stop it.
Yes.
That will be a lyric. Ass.
When are you going to feature on Kendrick Lamar's next album?
It's up to Kendrick. You know, he is aware that I am interested. He knows. So
He knows.
you know, he's an artist, and he's got his creative vision. So you know, maybe like his next one, it doesn't make sense for me to be in there, and that's fine. That's him. He does him. But if something comes out and he thinks, yeah, Magos Sigma, that's gonna be the one. YouTube.com/QPC123. That bullshit. That's when he considers that to be the final piece of the puzzle of his creative process.
Yes.
Then he'll get the pigeons with carrying the box, carrying the courier from Mongolia, and he'll send that to me.
Oh yes. Yeah, when is Kendrick Lamar going to have the album cover be that Asian child on Twitter with QBC1234 whatever as the album cover with your feature on it?
Hopefully soon. That's definitely what all the Warhammer 40k fans want. I know. I asked them all. They looked me in the eye while it happened, so it must have. Yeah, that joke.
Yes. I like how I just randomly remembered you telling me that story of the Asian child with QBC12343 on their name.
Oh yeah, that was one. I mean, it's somewhat convenient that it never mattered because the rebrand happened, the non-canon rebrand where everything was retconned, but you know.
One of my favorite pieces of Magos lore is that the Arturo channel was created in 2013.
Yeah, was it? Fuck.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, where does the goddamn time go? I don't even remember. Yeah.
That was 5 years ago.
Wow. God. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh wait, I remember how that works. Yeah, okay then, because it wasn't called that originally. It was one where I redid. That makes sense. That makes sense now. That wasn't lining up with my timeline, but I realized how I went through that process, and that's yeah, okay. Then continuity has been restored. The tether has been implemented. Everything's okay now. Oh,
Yes, your narrative has just been max revive.
yeah. Oh god. Speaking of narrative, I should be making more trailers right now, but I'm not because fuck it. God.
Yeah.
Podcasting is important. You see the trailer? I don't know if I asked if this has already been brought up. I don't fucking know.
Oh yeah, the new trailer you put out with the numbers mason and the big red spots that were like blowing up with the heartbeat sounds, and you like grabbed the tether and your hands were all disoriented and blue screened or whatever.
Yeah. That one. That one there. Yeah, that was pretty alright. That was okay, I think. I think it turned out alright-ish.
Yeah. I know Drunken Ninja really liked it.
Yeah, he did see it, didn't he? He saw it and then he watched a bunch. He went on a binge of Magos content. That was lore. That was a thing that happened.
He likes
Yeah.
your Warhammer videos.
He does. He's the only person who likes my Warhammer 40k videos.
I just put them on and go on autopilot because I don't understand anything you're saying. Like, I paid attention to the Bazarius Call video and the Necromunda is back video, but
Yeah.
all the other ones I don't pay attention to.
That's good. I like the meme of every time you say Belisarius Call, you say it slightly more wrong. It's a very good meme. It brings me much joy.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be in an Outlaw podcast if I didn't say multiple words grossly, disgustingly wrong.
I mean, it is an old meme of you like getting names like comically, weirdly, like aggressively mispronounced.
Yes. Oh god.
What was the fucking guy? I always forget his fucking name.
Molyneux?
Yeah, Mulener. Stefan Mulener. That's his canon new name. First invented by Apple.
I've said it several ways. I think Mulinex was one of them.
Yeah, I remember Mulenex at least once. That's...
Oh god. And I never knew I was saying it wrong. You always thought it was condescension.
Yeah, it really did sound like you are mocking him, like it was a slight, but it's just a strange pseudo incompetence. It was good though. It was very clean. It was peak performance, no doubt about it.
Yes. Oh man, Homer Simpson is in the background. But
It's deep lore. Marge is in the call. So now Homer Simpson's kind of, I don't know, beat his wife or whatever. I haven't kept up with the Simpsons. I don't know what the continuity's like.
yes, that was Homer Simpson saying push notification. Oh boy.
Oh, what a hero. Thank you, Homer. A sweet, sweet man.
That man fought for our freedom. He's a true American. But I had a big joke that I was gonna make about saying words wrong, and I completely forgot of it because of you, Homer.
Yeah, that cunt, that arsehole, that big prick.
Americans, we gotta kill them all, but don't because they're cool.
Fair. Yeah.
I wouldn't be indestructible if I wasn't one of them, so I do owe the country something. Exactly.
I mean, oh god, I've got another America scene actually planned. I need to write that out because all I have is a song right now. And I've got sort of like the implications of line out where talking about that. Yeah. Oh god, sorry. It's not good conversation. I apologize, everyone, all the viewers. I'm working on track 10 and it's consuming me.
You gotta have a scene set to American Life by Primus.
Oh wow, such a unique and original idea. I gotta fucking do that shit right now.
That's a reference.
Yeah. I'll do it.
Out of all of the songs from Christmas Day that I regularly put in the bot, American Life is not one of them, and I should change them.
American Life's pretty good. I realized a thing where I feel like once I put music in a video, I sort of just stop caring about the music at all. I've mentioned before on I think probably podcast with you that I can only listen to, or at least podcast somewhere, that I can only listen to music in the context of how could this be used in a video. And I've only sort of just realized that once it gets used, is like if it's the kind of thing like it's not really the case for like the generic backing tracks often from the Warhammer videos, but the things like where it's like okay, this is how we score a scene. It's a big unique event. Once that's been done with video, I will just not ever listen to that song again because it's useless now. There's no utility. There's no reason. It's done. It's done. It's expended its entire function, and it is dead to me.
I think I feel the exact opposite way, where after I use it in a video, my connection to the song becomes far greater. Like, there's songs that I've used in Struggles of an Outlaw 2, and when I listen to those songs now, I remember when I was working on it, and I was like, oh man, it's nostalgia. Also, I just said as you know. I don't know why I'm doing this. Why do I do that?
Roll with it.
Don't point it out.
Defeat.
Never compromise.
No. I think part of the issue might be like any time I do one of those things where I put a song in as like a big moment one as a big feature bit. I will probably listen to the song like upwards of like between 50 and 100 times before that video gets released during the process of planning it and thinking it through and editing it.
Yeah, that makes way more sense. For me, whenever I listen to music, I just always intrinsically see images. Like, when I was a kid, I can remember as far back to being 7 years old and listening to music in the car, and then I would get so excited about the song that I would just see all of these images in my head, and they always kind of synced up to what was happening in the song. And this has always happened to me with songs that I really like. And so when I go onto YouTube and I'm thinking about a scene, it's less a case of how do I fit this song in the video, and more a case of how do I make this idea in my head a reality, because I've already seen it while I'm listening to the song, That's where the source of my ideas come from.
Yeah. I mean, I get that. To it. Yeah, pretty similar actually. It's just a case of, I don't know, like once it's done, I feel like I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. Like I was trying to listen back to the Passenger, which was best known, a song best known for its use at the end of track 7. And I realized like it was. I was trying to. I wasn't enjoying it. It was weird. It was weird because like that's one, or at least at a time at least, that was like my favorite song, and it's like this weird, like I don't know. It's indescribable. It's this indescribable hollowness to it. Just it's strange. It's strange and it's worrying, and I hope it changes because I don't like it. I don't like it. Not at all. Not good.
I can recall an experience similar to that where I was making my California Crisis AMV, where I synced it to what's that song? The Hall & Oates, the fucking Hall & Oates song that I synced that AMV to. When I was making that AMV, I had to listen to certain parts of that song over and over and over again, and so afterwards I just did not like that song nearly as much. And I used to hear that song in Grand Theft Auto Vice City. I used to be way into that song. But now, after I've made that AMV, it's just like, I don't care.
Yeah, it probably is an issue of just you just get sick of it and you've listened to it too much. I mean, I don't know. Like, part of things I don't actually like. I don't get the same thing if I go back and watch the scene I used it in. It's just a weird thing. I don't know.
It's very strange.
That's part of it. It's sort of like it retroactively gets applied to. Okay, this is now the because if it's in a thing, then I have made the pictures in my head a reality, right?
Mhm.
So I don't know. Maybe that's part of it. Maybe that's part of it. This requires deeper analysis.
Yeah, I actually have a video about concepts very similar to this about the song Walking on the Moon by the Police, and talking about the scenes that featured it in Christmas Day and just sort of how the content of the song is now better because of that movie.
Oh yeah, that was a thing. I remember that getting mentioned. Yeah,
Have I talked about that idea for a video before?
I think so. This doesn't sound new to me. Is this a released video or is this an
Is
idea?
this a released video? No, I don't think I've talked about it anyway. Wait a minute. I think I might have mentioned it as an offhand tangential point in a vlog.
Yeah, that might have been it. I've watched a lot of your vlogs, so probably. Because I definitely remember hearing you
You've
say
seen an
like,
unhealthy amount.
yeah, you do good vlogs. they're very they're comfy. They're comfy and good to hear.
Thank you. I appreciate that because every time I listen back to one of my vlogs, I just get pissed off.
They're good. They're good. Don't worry about it. Don't do a low self-esteem. It's not good. It's not fun.
Yeah. The weird thing is that I think I've had lower self-esteem after I started my Jor video.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like trying to do these big dumb movie-ish sort of artsy YouTube videos is fundamentally an anathema to good mental health.
I think, yeah, I think I agree with that in many, many ways. Especially after spending, like, what, 2 months on that video? I don't even have track of time anymore. From when I started that and from now, it's just that all of the days just blend together. The only ones that stand out are the ones where I didn't work on it. I don't remember the month I started that video, but it feels like so much time and so little time at the same time.
Yeah, it's kind of horrific. I don't know. The thing for me is I sort of a part of me feels like I've been working on track 10 since the day Christmas Day was released. I
It's
don't
not
know.
unsurprising.
Like I mean I didn't like physically in any meaningful way, but I started thinking about it. Like I mean, well, in a sense, I started thinking about it with track 1, of course, technically, but you know, it's I don't know. It's yeah. That
It's
was a
all a
long time ago.
tapestry.
That was a different fucking person then. Oh God, help!
Oh man. Whiskey in a bottle.
Yeah.
That phrasing was relevant somehow.
I felt it. I felt it. I didn't understand it on any intellectual level, but on a base emotional level, I felt the point.
Specific paragraph is great, or not paragraph, but you know what I mean. But like, I don't know. There's a certain emotional density towards the way you use words, and there's an immediate personality to it. Like, where you start out, TLDR, Magos is a genius who, after only one proper conversation, that sort of sets it up to this not egotistical, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, there's a character built up for it. I feel like that's the thing. There's elements of it that I really like, but I need to be able to sort of bring that into the wider sense thing. That I can write a fantastic YouTube comment, and I can make a good, clever tweet. I'm not sure if I can make turn that into a an interesting analytical video about Warhammer.
I think part of the reason I said that was because my background on Linux is Spike Spiegel with a bunch of cigarette butts and what looks to be a big thing of whiskey, and he's reading a book with one hand, and it's like torn up in a weird way, or like he's reading it with one hand in a way that does not look like reading at all. And he's doing his weird thing where he like sits in a weird, I can't describe this, but there's whiskey on the image, and it's my background.
Very clean. Spike
Yes.
Spiegel is a good boy, and
He is. Oh my god, I love Spike so much.
he's good. He is. That is literally the story of my life. I am literally Spike Spiegel, but also Jet.
Yes. I always related more to Faye.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that makes sense.
She's good.
It was always Jet to me because was this? Oh man, these things are playing together. I don't know.
Is this spoilers?
No, I don't think so. It's just conversations. Time is falling apart and falling to pieces. I've been working on track 10 for 10,000 years. This has been in the making since the dawn of time. No, fuck. I relate more to old, worn-out characters a lot. I don't know. It varied a bit. I don't know. Spike also had the eye thing, which is lore, so that's there, I guess. But
Yeah,
there's
for
also
me-
Jet has the robot arm, which is also arguably can be.
Very macros.
Yeah, I am Cowboy Bebop. That's the twist. It's the twist. That's what's gonna be in there. Track 10. It's just gonna be me. It's just gonna be an hour of that of that noise effect I use. And then just like 51 minutes in, it's just gonna cut to me. I'll say, I am Cowboy Bebop, and then straight back to the noise for another half an hour.
Yes.
It depends.
It was all an elaborate April Fool's joke, but after April Fool's to make the fool even more foolish. Because you are the fool. Act 1.
I was the fool, but
Yes. But what if part of the fool is that you still are, and you fooled everyone?
fooled them all. Oh god.
But yeah,
Oh.
Deep Lore, Struggles of an Outlaw 3 actually has a lot of stuff about Cowboy Bebop, because that was kind of an incredibly monumental show for my childhood and for my life. And I relate to both Spike and Faye to disgusting degrees.
Yeah. It's a very, very good emotional content vehicle.
Yeah. Oh my god. That show. I Struggles of an Outlaw 3, get ready, wait for that.
Excited. I'm legitimately hyped.
Yes. Gonna torrent that.
Yeah,
Man.
YouTube videos, cool YouTube videos. That's what people do, right? That's what the world is now. Cool YouTube videos. I'm just gonna give it to you. That's what this cast is.
Yes. I might have to compromise on my Plot Progressor B video because I don't have a full Stalin costume. But it's gonna be a thing.
You could do it in post-production, and by that I mean like cut out from a black and white photo a picture of Stalin's like from the neck down, and just overlay that onto yourself in live action.
Oh my god, that would make it so much better.
That's an option. That's a choice you can make.
I need
would
to get a
recommend it.
fedora, but that's a cost I'm willing to spend.
Yeah.
Because Plot Progressor wears a fedora in this video. It's a big part of his narrative arc.
Oh, good. Yes, as the character in your lore, Plot Progressor B.
Yes, he's an actual important character.
Good. Very good.
Oh god.
When are we gonna have the battle of the side characters where Gargoyle fights Plot Progressor B?
And then he has to apologize.
Yeah.
Gargoyle was cynic all along.
Yeah. Yeah. That's not canon, because Gargoyle is canonically not very tall.
Sounds
So
fair.
it can't be true. That's impossible. That's outrageous.
It's fan fiction.
Oh, I see. All right then. I suppose that does solve all issues here. It is fan fiction.
I should put some stuff about Gargoyle in the Chromasticator's light novel.
Yeah. I don't think Gargoyle has genitalia. I don't know.
I like how that's the first place you go.
I mean, is this that Crow light novel? Is this a different Crow light novel?
This is the same Crow light novel.
Yeah, I mean, in that case, I think it is important to clarify. Gargoyle definitely doesn't have an anus.
Does he have a mouth?
I mean, well, he has a hose. So, you know.
Oh god. I can already picture the pros.
I mean, I don't know. The issue is like the hose is like 2 feet long, so there's no and it's quite like there's no way anyone's going to get any sort of satisfaction from that, right?
Well, that's even better.
Okay then, suppose so.
Oh god. Jesus Christ.
He also would kill a man, probably. So you know.
This just sounds more positive.
Okay then. That would be a good scene. A crow, a mystery crow, tries to rape a gargoyle and gets stabbed.
It's gonna be Pagan. Because
Okay,
he's the
then.
black one, and all black people in this book are just like monkeys who don't know anything. That's the reason why, canonically, Pagan's dick size does not get counted because he's not actually a person. Because he's African American, so he does not get counted as a human being within the book.
I see. Makes sense to me.
Yes. I need to have a scene about the Pit of Despair, but with Pagan Reagan.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. I guess you really do.
I was just reminded of that because I was reading the Triflers earlier today, and I was like, oh man, this is the part where Mario talks about the Pit of Despair.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it is. I guess it really is. The best pit ever.
I would live there. It seems like a cool foreign country.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that sounds pretty in line with general outlaw behavior.
Yes, I gotta go to the UAE, Magos. When are we gonna go to the United Arab Emirates?
Right now. place is fucking packed because we're going. It's doing its cut. It's already faded out into the Indiana Jones fucking plane on a map one.
You know, I keep proposing to do hyper editing on these podcasts. Have you noticed this theme of me saying, oh man, I'm gonna make this my own Spider-Man in the Rhineland and stuff like that, but I never do it.
I don't think you've ever stated it like to that extent, but you have definitely stated many times that you would fit more work into a podcast than ever came to fruition. That's
Yeah,
that's not uncommon.
yeah, I say that about a lot of things.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't recommend putting enormous amounts of work into a podcast because you end up without a podcast anymore. You end up with a series of introspective art pieces ending with a movie.
Yes,
And
Struggle
that's
of an
not
Outlaw
good for
3 will
anyone.
disprove any notion of me being bad to myself, and then I'll end everything.
And live forever. What's done is done. I feel so bad. What once was happy now is sad. I'll never love again. My world is ending.
Oh man. One day, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna listen back to every podcast and then add citations to every reference we make, but never explain.
Yeah, I guess you could do that. I don't believe you. I don't mean this to be rude in any way, but you're not going to do that.
I'm gonna do it now.
Good. That was reverse psychology to make you waste all of your fucking life doing that, the worst possible thing, the most useless possible task.
Yeah, especially since I'm leaving Infinite Outlaw to upload all of my videos onto a new channel to start over.
Yeah. You know, as you do.
Have I told you about that? Wait, no, I told AlexHoratio that. I get you two mixed up.
Yeah, that's good. I think you've mentioned before that this isn't new. You've said this multiple times in multiple places that
Have I?
yeah, I think this is pretty common knowledge that you're gonna, once you've said everything there is to say about this fucking time capsule archive of a person, you're gonna move on to a different channel to a fresh start.
Well, no, that was old lore. I've moved on from that lore.
Okay then.
This is new lore. This is me deleting all current channels and just uploading it on a new one.
Oh, okay then. Sure.
You don't know the lore, Magos. You gotta lurk more. Lurk more.
I guess I do have to lurk more. I guess I just wasn't paying enough attention to all that dank outlaw lore.
You have to lurk through AlexHoratio's DMs.
Yeah. That's fair.
Oh boy. That's my favorite pastime.
Everyone needs to send me their DM logs with everyone else.
That's a very outlaw sentiment.
I don't know. This is. I feel like this is an old sort of desire that I thought I'd killed, but it is as everything burns down and comes apart and I'm coming apart at the seams. I'm getting yeldy feelings of horrific and disgusting what's the word?
Paranoia?
Paranoia, a bit neuroticism, sort of more, where I need to see everything and all the things, and the idea of conversations and around people that I know or even know of happening that I don't see is makes me sick.
Yeah.
But
I
you know.
used to feel a very similar way to this, where like I just constantly wished I could read people's minds because I was constantly afraid that I was being lied to. Like,
Mm.
I was afraid that everyone who said that they liked me were just saying that so they could use me in some way. And it
Okay.
would constantly be on my mind that the reason all of my friends were my friends is because they're gonna fuck me over.
Little plan, the conspiracy.
Yeah, yeah. I still feel that way sometimes, but it's more like in intense bursts of like, oh fuck, I need to go back, I need to change everything. I'm being lied to. All my friends hate me. Just like in one
Yeah, I
intense
know that
burst,
feel.
usually that
Yeah.
happens. But that used to just always be on my mind, and it would affect my decisions in a lot of ways. But now it's more like this just happens once a week when I get really anxious.
Yeah, yeah. I know the feeling.
Oh man, Homer.
He's back. He's back to fucking kill us all. We're doomed. We're fucking doomed. The only solution is to invite him to the Chrome Masticators. When are we going to do that?
Yes.
The close when?
After we get what the what?
Swell.
My two favorite personalities. Hmm. Yeah. Just that feeling of like wanting to know what people think or whatever about you is very unhealthy because I think people negate certain information because it would cause a problem, but the reason they're negating that is not necessarily malicious. It's usually just because that's morally or societally okay. It's not necessarily that they hate you, it's just that they have these weird problems with you that are more like personal issues that only happen because you're a certain type of person. And people realize that and they know it's weird, so they don't bring it up. That's why it's morally taboo to bring up stuff like that. That's why people say it with other people. It's not because they're necessarily trying to be malicious or, you know, trying to plot against you. It's just because people have these weird issues with people sometimes, and sometimes they're small and dumb, and they realize that, so they don't bring it up.
Mm, yeah, yeah. I don't know. Part of me feels like it isn't even like a fear of that for me. It's just I I want all the law on all the humans.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I definitely agree with that type of feeling in a lot of ways. I still feel that way sometimes, but after I wiped my hard drive, I just kind of made that feeling null and void and non-existent.
Yeah,
Just in one fell swoop, it was
it's all like
gone.
faster, right? Like there's so much law now burnt away that you know.
Yeah, I've made it to where all of my lore is gone now, so I can no longer feel that way about anyone. And it was like a great cleansing. It was like I had this big heroic moment. I think that's a concept in Catholicism, is like people have the big heroic moment where they overcome all of these terrible things at once, and it's just that big moment of, ooh, I've won.
That's more the hero's journey, but sure, there are links in the rough philosophy of them, some
Hmm.
elements at least.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought that was a Catholic thing what I was describing, but whatever. Uh,
it might be. I don't know. I don't know what the Catholic Church does anymore. I don't know anymore.
oh, yes, the Catholic Church, the worst entity for going against their morals.
My arch nemesis. Truly, that was in the background. That was the law no one got. Whenever I say people don't understand, that's what I was saying. People don't understand that the Revenant is the nemesis of Pope Francis. that was the crux they missed. That was the linchpin to it all. If they only understood that, they would have gotten everything else.
Oh no! And Israel. We can't forget Israel.
That was all satire. No, don't.
Fuck.
That's fine. Israel.
Well, I hated Israel all along.
Well, that's your law. That's your revelation then.
Egypt for the win.
Mhm.
What a hero.
Yeah,
Egypt is a hero.
it is. It really is.
Mm.
Oh God.
I want to
Yeah.
go to Egypt. That place is cool.
Yeah, it's all right. I think Egypt's a bit overrated, frankly,
Mm.
but it's alright.
I
It's
think
good still.
I think it has underrated aspects. Like the way the cities look. The cities are cool. They've got cool lights.
Yeah, that's fair enough. That's a fair point. I don't know. I feel like because everyone focuses on like the pyramids and shit, right?
Yeah.
And that's just a case of, I mean, don't get me wrong, they're cool. They're very cool. But at the end of the day, they are just big, big rock shapes in the most structurally stable shape. Easy to do, really. Which, yeah, it's fair. It's good. They're good.
It's too Dionysian.
I guess it is. I guess it is. When it's cynical going to kill the pyramids like he did you, bro?
Yes. These pyramids are just so Dionysian. They remind me of emotions and not objectivity. It's bad.
These pyramids don't understand the difference between opinion and critique.
Oh god. The Greeks were more objective because Nietzsche agreed with them.
Yes. Vote Greek. I feel like the break was probably a good thing, but now we're refreshed. We're cleaned and cleansed, and all, and it's comfy now. It's comfortable, and it's okay. It's all okay. Gonna be
I
okay.
like how we had several finales for this. Like, there was this one stream that we did where I was like, oh man, dude, I hate YouTube and I'm gonna have standards. Well, look where that ended up.
Yeah. You say a lot of things that you're very assured that you're going to do them, and a lot of them don't happen. But
Yeah.
that's fine, because a lot of the things you say are very worrying things, like moving to Lagos, Nigeria, which shouldn't be done.
Oh yes, that plan that I had.
I mean, that was a meme, of course, but there have been other ones that have been less mimetic and have been bad ideas. And it is good for you and those who love and care for you that those things that you fail in those pseudo goals.
Yeah.
Yeah,
One of my main goals, because I'm very self-aware about this, so one of my main goals with Struggle of Outlaw 3 is to just break this meme of constantly doing that. And I think because I've gotten so much of it done by this point, it's something that I can't leave. I'm tethered to it.
Yeah. It's always a struggle it's always a struggle of an outlaw. It's always a painful thing when you get tied and stapled into that into bullshit when people get ideas about you, because everyone's stupid and no one knows nothing, and shaking that is difficult.
Yeah. Yeah, it's there's I had the Digibro problem of saying I'm gonna do this big thing, and oh wait, we just released all of them in one 4-hour video because I stopped drawing. What? No, you had the big plan.
Yeah, I don't know why he just didn't continue releasing the rest of them. Like,
I
for
guess he
what?
got lazy with editing.
Was there that much editing even though?
He has to listen back
I mean, he just
to
has to like
to
skim through enough to find like where the cuts are. Isn't that?
yeah, but there's other stuff he could do. Like that is a lot of videos in that one thing. Wait a minute, but he still found the timestamps. He put the timestamps on the video, so why couldn't he just cut them up?
Like, there's not a limit to how many videos you can schedule, so why not just do
Upload
that
them all
all?
at once?
Why not just say fuck it? Okay, I'm gonna spend a week. If we say that the most, if they're generous as fuck and say fuck it, I'll spend a week getting all of these done and all of these scheduled for the next half a year.
Hmm.
I will announce that this project won't get finished, make another one, and say like maybe if there's more. I don't know if there is any more. Let's assume there was more editing. Maybe again, maximum benefit without say, okay, this doesn't get finished, and but I'm gonna continue up the rest of them, but there may be a dip in editing quality or something. Just keep on going. I don't know.
Hmm. Yeah,
Like
I
trying to
mean,
listen to that 4 hour one was painful. I did because for some reason I still do that with all of the shit. But you know,
um, with the 4-hour video, I got through a bunch of it, and I actually really liked it. Like especially the parts where he talked about getting famous. Whenever Digi talks about fame or his YouTube habits or what he likes in YouTube, as much as I completely disagree with it and find it morally abhorrent and objectionable, it's incredible to listen to his perspective on that. So
yeah.
I don't know. I still really love Digi. I probably like him more now than I ever liked him, which is problematic because Joji Matthews is going to get paid $300 to edit a Digi critique for me. But you know.
Okay, good. Why?
we gotta put out those statements, Magnus. We gotta put out those statements to keep them from happening. But I've already
Right.
written it. Oh
Okay
shit.
then. I see. Yeah.
Oh god. The last paragraph of that video was really good. I was really proud of the last paragraph in my Digibro critique.
That's exciting. Yeah. And on a strong, impactful note and shit.
Yeah.
People like that, I think. Maybe.
It was dense, at least for my writing. It had those emotional contents. Ooh,
Hmm.
can't
Ooh.
spoil it, but it's cool. I think.
I like that.
I was proud of that video when I wrote it.
Very clean. Going back to things you've written like 2 weeks after the fact is a strange nightmare experience. I
Yeah.
know it varies, but yeah. Oh,
My
God.
favorite thing is when I've forgotten about something that I wrote and then I go back to it. Like my Minecraft video. I forgot like what I was doing in that video. Like I remembered the basic point, but I went back to watch it recently and I was like, "Wait a minute. If someone else made this video, I would easily like this."
Yeah. That's always a good feeling when you can separate out. Yes, this video is actually legitimately a video that I would enjoy.
Yeah, there's very few videos like that that I've done. A moment of appreciation is one of those. Whenever I go back to that video, I just feel immense pride because that thing was entirely unscripted, but it's strangely emotional.
Hmm. Yeah, I think I remember that being the case. Yeah. Yeah.
I know Foggy really loves that video, and Weeb.
Hmm. YouTube videos are cool. YouTube videos are cool, and we make cool YouTube videos. X gonna give it to you, cast. It's be uplifted.
Yeah, yeah. My, like, third best video is still that response to AlexHoratio being wrong in my comments section.
That was pretty good. I don't remember anything that was said, but I do remember it being pretty good.
Oh man, I was so hyped. I still remember that. I remember the emotions, the immense emotions I was feeling when I read AlexHoratio's comment and I proved him wrong. Even the comment he left afterwards. If you just pay attention to the video, everything he says is wrong in his second comment. That's the ultimate feeling of victory.
That's pretty good. Yeah. AlexHoratio, if you're listening to this, you're wrong. Never forget that, and never dare to live it down, or
Oh
X
man,
will give it to you.
at WalesCon, the ultimate Pong debate between me and Alex will be solved.
True.
Yes. Wait a
Yeah.
minute. I'm going to CrowCon to solve the Drunken Ninja 98 uh, Pong debate. But
Mm.
when I go to WalesCon, I'm going to solve the Alex Pong debate. There's too many Pong debates.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess there is. I guess there really is. What a shame.
Is there anyone more passionate about this subject than I?
No.
Oh god.
No, there is not.
Oh, all of my
Mm.
best videos are just me telling people they're wrong.
Yeah. Magos's Pong response when?
Yes, you said you were going to do that in the communism cast.
I did say that. I did say I would do it. It might still happen. It could. In a different
Please,
lifetime, but it could.
please, Magos. I need something new about Pong to respond to.
Mm.
Mm.
And the issue with it is it would sort of respond to itself, and it would be a self-conflicting nightmare like all of my videos. But you know
Then I need to make a self-conflicting nightmare in response to your self-conflicting nightmare.
that would be fun and funny. We'll see. I'll think about it. I'll consider making the preparations necessary to facilitate the possible embarkment of that grand quest, for that epic fucking adventure, that arduous trial.
Nothing makes me happier in the world than just remembering that Endless Jess liked my third Pong video.
Oh yeah, that was a thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, that that nothing brings me more pride than remembering that. When I remember that, it's like everything I've done is worth it because one of my favorite artists actually liked something I did. That's the end goal. That's all of the happiness in the world is just right there.
Yeah, yeah. Endless Chess is horrifying. No, Endless Chess is cool. I like Endless Chess. He's a
Yeah.
good boy. He's a good boy. He's my favorite boy. He's top.
Oh my god, when I saw that message in response to my video being posted, I was like, "Holy shit." That it took me a while to get over the emotions I was feeling. It was such a big, weird mix of emotions, that feeling. It was incredible.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It was pretty good. I remember that. It was
Wow.
fun.
Oh my god.
Hmm.
Okay, my YouTube channel is cool. Screw all of that self-deprecating bullshit that I was saying earlier. I'm the best guy ever, and you're all wrong, and I'm gonna prove you all wrong. I've never been more correct in my life.
Sick.
Oh. Oof. Oof. YouTube is cool.
Yeah. Yeah, it is pretty good, I guess. I guess YouTube.com is pretty good. For all the asinine, dumb complaints about monetization and algorithms or who fucking cares, it's actually pretty cool.
I want to see what happens when I share my screen. Let's see what happens. Okay. Present to everything. Or present to everybody. How does this look? Can you see
Very
stuff?
low frame rate, but I can see your screen.
Yes, this is the Spike Spiegel image.
I
This is
know
a
that
good
image. It's a good image. Strong. It's got good perspective stuff going on.
I want to be able to draw like that.
Yeah.
Let's go into this cheap video editor. This was free. This was free on the official Linux store.
Yeah.
Because Linux has a store that it gives you.
Mm.
This is such a rudimentary editor.
Mm.
Look at this.
Yeah.
It's simple.
It's like it's like a little baby Sony Vegas.
It's like Windows Media Maker.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
This is what I work with. This is what Struggles of Vanilla 3 will come out on.
Okay. I see. That's good.
I can't rip you off anymore, Magos. Because I don't have a screen
You're in
simulator.
a TV simulator. It's impossible.
Mm.
I only have one gimmick, and that's TV simulator. And without that, I am nothing. And now you can't do that, so therefore you're nothing.
Yes.
So it works.
Damn. I've lost. I've
Very
lost
good.
in life.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, this is a good Max Sterner. I forgot I had this.
Swell.
I got this on Lefty Pole. What is
Oh.
this?
Phenomenal.
I really like Lefty Pole.
That's good. I don't think I've been there in years, and I think I only went there once, just to see what the mutants of such a place are.
Mm. Yeah, it's very different from the atmosphere of Pole in a lot of ways. And it can be like a lot more serious because when you go on Pole, it's like meme central. But Lefty Pole
Well,
can
you
be a
got
bit
to
more
go to
serious, but I think
ML
it's in an
Paul.
interesting.
Real best fortune.
Yes. But I think like the seriousness of it is in an interesting enough way, and it doesn't intrude on the memes. Like the memes are always there, and they're pretty top tier.
Yeah, that's nice. Memes are fun.
Memes
So
are
fun
fun.
with memes. X gonna give
8chan
it to
is.
you, and it was fun, funny memes for all the family.
Oh man, I really love 8chan.
Mm.
This is
8chan
a
is
new
8chan's pretty
obsession.
good. I've never gotten into 8chan in any meaningful way, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah. I mostly like it for A, which I don't think you would like A at all because you do not care about anime in any
Because I've
capacity.
never watched an anime in my life. That is
Yes.
true. That is canon.
You almost watched Flip Flappers Day.
I almost did, but I filmed not enough instead.
I don't know why you would watch that. That is not a very Magos show.
I mean, the reason for being interested there was I don't know what Flip Flappers is. I think that's the thing that people have been posting porn of, where there's the where there's the red-haired girl with a penis. But sometimes I assume that's a fan. I don't know. Whatever. But I know nothing about what the show is beyond the smut I keep seeing about on all the degenerate servers.
Yeah.
It
It's
was just because
definitely
there was some cool people in the chat, but you know.
Yeah. It's definitely a not like a hentai or a degenerate show at all. It's more just a weird art house romance with a lot of like, you know, anime stuff in it, like stuff that's of anime that Magos would go and look, fucking Japs.
These fucking slanty-eyed gooks, I'll kill them all. Yeah.
Yes, like those old World War II Bugs Bunny cartoons.
Yeah. Magos single-handedly invades the Japanese islands, acting as though World War II never ended when.
Oh my god. If you're the Americans invading Japan, then I'm the Soviets.
Oh no.
Oh no. The alliance is forming. Japan will be destroyed.
Rip.
Rip.
The anime dies. We're gonna cuck Dwayne.
Yes.
That's
We're gonna cuck
no one's gonna get that
Hideaki
reference. Do you think anyone will get that reference?
I didn't hear it. It didn't come in.
I said we're going to cuck Dwayne.
Lane?
Dwayne.
Lane.
Da. D.
Danex
Dwayne.
Jack.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
Oh, okay. Because I heard Dane, and I was like, wait a minute. Which Dane do I know? And then Dane X Jack came to my
I'll
mind.
move the mic closer to myself. Does this sound better?
Yes, but you're still coming in with fucking static.
Static?
Well, not static, but the fucking robot sounds.
What? Okay, thanks for mentioning this earlier. I'm glad this was fucking...
This is new!
Okay. Hold on. Well, shit, fuck it. I can't fix this problem. Blame Google. Google's having a giggle. And I can't handle it.
This is fucking Theresa May up there running Google like the tight ship she does.
Yeah, one sec. Should I try to leave the call and rejoin? That might fix it.
Yeah, that might help.
Alright, be right back.
This is a solo podcast. I like stuff. Podcasts are good. Podcasts are funny memes. They're good. Podcasts are good experiences for life. You know, I think.
Do I sound
the
good?
truth
That's
about
the
living-
question.
Oh yeah, I can hear you now.
Great, that's number one.
I was going on a spiritual journey.
Fantastic.
I was about to go on this big philosophical rant about why podcasts are good for your life.
Okay, you still could. I could just shut up and you could do that.
I remembered the basic idea of what I was going to say, and then I forgot what it was because I was coming up with it as I was saying it.
Oh, poo-poo. That's a shame.
The funny thing about a lot of my ideas is that I come up with them literally as I'm saying them.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good feeling. That's a good lifestyle.
Hmm. I just wish I could do things that are planned, because it's the same thing as that thing we were talking about earlier where I'd say I have these big plans and then I never go through with them. But
Mm.
all the stuff I actually get done is just spur of the moment inspirations.
Yeah, I know that feel. I don't know. It is very satisfying to be able to sort of just get that sudden idea and then just be able to like turn that into a fully fledged product in a day. You know, that is a very top feel. But
I think it's because I don't feel rewarded enough for long-term work. Like we were talking about that lower self-esteem thing of doing big projects. And I think part of that is just you're locked with this weird project that you don't feel any reward for, and you keep going without feeling any reward, and eventually that work breaks into your brain in a weird way. But if you just have these immediate senses of pleasure, like I just wrote this in an hour, in the case of Struggle of an Outlaw 2, that entire video was done in 2 hours of the same day.
mm,
And it was super satisfying for me. And most of my videos are like that because it's an immediate sense of pleasure, it's an immediate reward, but doing something that takes a longer amount of time does not present an immediate reward. And you have to
yeah,
adapt your brain to work around that,
yeah.
which is
It's
something
the
that I
long
need to
term,
get better
short
at.
term goals thing, right?
Exactly.
This is fundamental human struggles of a regular human in the caves.
I should write a video about this, but called that.
Struggle of a human in the caves. Yeah, that would be a
I
pretty
want to
good
live in a
title.
cave. I
Yeah,
I almost became a woke Nietzschean Stirnerist in a cave.
that's good.
Almost. Almost.
Almost, nearly got there.
Hmm. Yes.
Almost got him. That video of the Batman cartoon.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Ugh.
the
Food is
podcast.
bad.
Why haven't we been going for like fucking? Has it been like 10 years yet?
When are we gonna do this podcast for 5 years straight?
Oh no.
How good would we be? Like, oh god, 5 years of doing these podcasts, what would that do to our brains?
I think we'd just kill ourselves after like the first month.
I don't mean literally 5 years. I mean like doing it once every 2 weeks or whatever for 5 years.
I don't know. 5 years is a long time.
5 years is a very long time.
Mm. I mean, don't get me wrong. I have it scripted exactly how my life's going to be by that point, but it is still a long time.
Yeah. Oh man, what is the Magos YouTube channel gonna be in 5 years? Jesus Christ.
Hopefully, it'll finally reach something approaching a fucking audience. But you know, we'll see,
That'd be-
right?
Bogey's solo podcast was really good. Have you listened to that?
Did that release? I might have. When did that come out?
It was called Chapter 1, Seeking the Stasis.
I didn't even know about this shit. Where was that? Was that on the Crow channel or was it on his channel or
Chromasticators.
shit? Fuck, I didn't know. I'll have to check that shit out.
It was really good. Like, the only problem with it was he kept mentioning that he sang "You Know" a bunch. But other than that, the speaking in it was really, really good. And that was the first YouTube video he's ever done. And like, that speaking is far better than the majority of my videos. And it's like, wow, Foki. You're a 10
Foggy
out
is
of
a
10.
good talk boy.
He is. He is a very underrated crow.
I don't think he's that underrated anymore. I think it's pretty general crow consensus that he's like one of the best, if not
He's
the
underrated,
best.
I say he is. Because he brought his girlfriend into the server, so that makes him underrated now, because the consensus is that he should be banned.
I don't think that's the consensus, and also he didn't really bring. First of all, you brought Horatio in.
Well, you know, he brought her back. He gave her the invite to come back.
Sure, I guess so. Why not?
I win. I'm always right.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Yes. Accept defeat.
Oh god. Pain all over.
Yes.
Oh, I'm gonna fucking throw up. X gonna give it to ya.
I have a job application sitting right in front of me.
Oh yeah, that's law, isn't it? That's some real life law.
I had a video, like a formal vlog that I was gonna make about that, but I guess I'll talk about part of it here. I'll do the Digibro thing of telling my stories twice, even though I hate doing that. Yeah, so I got that job application, and after I put it in, I'm gonna like have billions of dollars, literally billions of dollars to give to the Magos Patreon.
It's gonna become. Lily will become. Is going to fucking outpace Mr. Cynical instantly.
Yes.
Become the top crow.
You know, you give a fucking $500 in a minimum wage check, just take half of that and give it to Magos.
Oh god, don't do that. But you know, hashtag save me. But save yourself first, please.
Might do that for like 1 month as a meme.
I mean, it would be a profitable meme for me. So you know, I'll have to think of the $250 fucking patron tier.
Yes.
What would that be? I know, you get a dick pic.
Oh god. I get a patron 200 now because I don't think I'm ready for something as scary as that.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know,
God.
Patreon probably would ban that by their new rules, wouldn't they?
As long as you're not a child?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what. I'll say it's art. It's artful. It's art. It's artful. It's artful nudity. If you block me, you're a fucking Philistine. I'll say they're Philistines, and I'll say they're Trump voters, and that'll scare them straight into giving me money on Patreon too. They don't want. The last thing any staff member on Patreon wants is for anyone to think they might be a Trump voter.
Oh god. That reminds me of those good old Alas Poor York days. I remember sitting on my chair in my room at my mom's house. I had the PS3 hooked up, and I was watching Alas Poor York on my television, just lying in my bed. I just said I was sitting on my chair, but I was lying on my bed.
Both.
Also lying on my chair.
What did you do? You got the chair, you just laid that down horizontally on your bed.
Yes.
That's how it worked. It was perfect.
I felt myself just sinking into the blankets, just sinking into the experience. I wasn't exactly asleep, but I was also awake. I was comprehending the things you two were saying. And there was something about just the chemistry that you two had, and the amount of, like, zero mistakes you were making in terms of speech, where you two would just constantly fly off of each other, combined with the hypnotic gameplay, was perfect for this weird, lulling state of being awake but not, and just being comfortable, while also just enjoying life. It's like you're just laying down and being entirely comfortable and calm, but you're not thinking life is terrible. And Alas Poor York is really special to me because it was able to give me that type of experience. And it made me laugh too, which was good.
Hashtag Max Revive, the Let's Plays when.
Yeah. You two should do that. Those were really, really good. I like the Enter the Gungeon videos. AlexHoratio never released the last Enter the Gungeon part. What the hell was that about?
You've got to send a
I was
message to
waiting
him, you've
for
got to
that.
demand it. He probably still has it on his computer.
Ah, God. That charlatan, he won't even give me tech support.
Oh, that
God.
motherfucker.
Yeah, he's not giving me tech support anymore. This terrible person.
Villain. Truly, he was the Nazi all along.
Oh my God.
Thought it was me, but actually I fucking love democracy.
Oh my God. AlexHoratio exposed. That's what this title's gonna be.
X gonna give AlexHoratio getting exposed to ya. Cast.
Yes. I'm gonna write that down with this pen right now.
Oh, good.
Let's see, I was using this for kanji. I'll write over the kanji.
Rip.
Rip. X gonna give it to you, AlexHoratio exposed. Oh wow, this is such a great podcast right here. This is great content.
It's not too terrible. Knowing how things normally go, there's going to be some massive issues with where I'm going to be way too quiet, or going to be way too loud, or it's going to be the inverse of that, and it's going to be an unlistenable technical nightmare. But you know, fuck it.
Well, you know, we could do that one time where I actually went through on the stuff I said I was gonna do with the Kin's Rage videos, and I manually turned myself up and turned you down.
That was pretty good. I liked that meme. Wait, that
Every
was
time
done.
we talked.
Yeah, that was the only time, but it was a good time.
Well, I got the Jeff Duncan hit piece done 2 months after I said it would come out.
I mean, you know, a video is a video. If people judged Christmas Day by how delayed and late it was, then it would be the worst video ever made. So, you know. Like,
Yeah.
at least 4 people thought that video was good, so...
Christmas Day analysis coming soon.
Oh boy, very exciting.
It's been exciting since fucking Christmas of 2017.
Sure, yeah. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Oh man, my pen isn't working anymore. I've been writing too much kanji with this. That's a long-term goal I've been actually doing.
Can you read Japanese now?
Not entirely. I know 9 hiragana characters over the course of 2 days.
What? I don't know what... I was gonna say that's good, but I have no frame of reference whatsoever.
Just type hiragana into Google and then look at it.
I'm tired. I'm tired and in pain. My head hurts so much, Outlaw. Please understand. My eyes have been screwed fucking shut for the last, like, 25 minutes.
Oh, jeez. Are you in a good state to be on a podcast?
I haven't been on a good state, in a good state, for fucking months, Outlaw. It doesn't matter.
Oh boy.
We're having fun. This is what fun is. Just keep laughing and don't think about how much it hurts.
That's something that I do on these podcasts. That's visibly there and annoying. How much I laugh on these podcasts, and like it'll overshadow people's voices sometimes because I just laugh so hard and so much.
It's because I'm a comedic genius and the funniest YouTuber who's ever lived. That you're the only person who laughed at any of my fucking jokes, but you know.
Just hearing you talk makes me happy.
God, what a nightmare. What a nightmare life you live.
Yes. I don't know. There's something about the cadence of your voice that makes it to where every line that you put out is funny, even though it's not meant to always be funny. Like, just the way you say things is amusing.
It's pretty good, yeah. It's very much like slapstick humor. It's laughing at someone getting hurt, only it's me. It's laughing at me sounding like a fucking shit.
I also think your voice is good for emotional, effective moments.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty okay at that sometimes. Maybe.
It's because you've practiced so much and have gone through so many takes.
Probably. Oh gosh. Yeah, I was thinking about that. I think my voice is actually okay now. I'm gonna come out and say it's fine. It is at this point fine. It's not bad.
Yay! That's good.
Yeah.
That's very good news because I know how much you've hated your voice in the past.
It's been literally 2 fucking years of YouTube, and we're finally at the point where yeah, it's pretty okay now.
Jesus, 2 years, that's terrifying. I've been doing this for 3 by this point.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, like the first fucking 8 months or some shit was feel shit and barely what even, you know.
Opposing Forces is a good game.
Opposing Forces cool or something? What was that video called?
I used to remember the name by heart, but no longer.
It's called fucking Opposing Force, my niggas.
I should say the N-word in videos more.
You should. You should say the N. You shouldn't say. You shouldn't say the actual word. You should say the N-word.
Just say the N-word.
Yeah.
The N-word inserted into every sentence. Christmas Day, but every adjective Magov speaks is replaced with me saying the N-word for 10 minutes.
For 10 minutes every time. Oh god.
Yes.
Every single time. Perfect.
Yes. And released on VHS.
Of course, naturally. That goes without saying, doesn't it?
Of course.
Yeah.
I gotta get one of those 10-hour VHS tapes that you can only get on eBay, and very rarely is someone selling them. That's lore that I know about. The 10-hour VHS tapes. They're so elusive. Barely anyone sells them. They're not on Amazon, and you can only find them on eBay. And every time you find them on eBay, it's always like a spooky, weird seller, and it costs like fucking $60 for one tape.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked.
I'm gonna get one of those 10-hour VHS tapes.
It's exciting.
I thought
that's the first outlaw paycheck.
Oh yes, that's not even that's without a doubt.
Good.
Yeah, I think with my second paycheck, I'm definitely gonna get a Super Betamax. I was looking at those the other day, and they're like $150, which is not so bad.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Yeah.
There's a lot of anime VHS, or not VHS. There's a lot of anime Betamax that I want to check out. Just holding Betamax is cool. They had cool tapes. Just looking at a Betamax brings me joy.
Yeah, I'm imagining you on a throne of VHS and Betamax tapes and like players of various different brands, and it's pretty cool.
Yes. This is what my life has been building up towards.
Yeah. Yeah. It's sort of like, I was gonna make a reference, but no one would care or get it, so never mind. I'm sorry. Kill me.
I was just imagining the biggest problem in the universe, crown and stuff.
Yeah, that. You need to smash holes in a bunch of VHS tapes and wear them as hats.
Oh god. Yes.
Like the little kipper hats, only instead of being small and circular, it's just a VHS with a fish-shaped dent in it that you're awkwardly balancing on your head. Just sellotape it on, it'll be fine.
Sure. I gotta throw a VHS tape at Plot Progressor B, but the problem with doing that is that I have to, like, when you're recording two versions of yourself on the same screen, like when you're editing the video to make it to where you record yourself at one point and then you record yourself at another, it's so hard to make it to where you punch yourself or like throw stuff at yourself to make it like smash into you and stuff. Because I've always had these scenes where like I have to get somebody else to throw the thing for me at me, and when I edit it, I need to make it look like the other me who is playing the character throws that thing, even though it's someone off screen throwing it at another recorded me at a different time, which is incredibly painful in concept. Ugh.
Yeah, I know a little bit of that feeling. There's been some experimenting with that for track 10. It's difficult.
Yeah.
Stuff's hard.
Because I have to play all the characters. Like, I have no one else to play the characters for me, so if they're going to be in the same frame, then I need to do a bunch of weird editing stuff to make it to where my two characters who I'm playing are reacting to one another back and forth in the same frame. And if I want to do stuff where, like, I'll throw something at one of them, I have to do all this weird stuff to make it work.
Oh, no. Yeah.
I just want to throw a VHS at Plot Progressor B.
Yeah.
Ugh. He's not even gonna understand this video. This is satire. This is a joke. Oh god.
It's all satire. Everything's satire. It's all funny. Please clap.
Yes. Please clap.
You may now
My
laugh.
favorite Jeb Bush quote.
Yeah. Oh god, what's the time? It's coming towards 5 AM. Is this a good time to wrap up? The X gonna give you AlexHoratio getting exposed cast?
Yeah, I think this is a good ending off point. I had a lot of topics that I was gonna use that I've been building up for several weeks, and I used literally none of them.
Right then. That's good. I guess that's something left over for next time on the new adventures of Altel and Magus.
Yeah. And end edit right there. Okay. Yeah, that was a good time. It was weird trying to talk on that podcast because I keep hearing myself back, which is terrible.
Yeah, I imagine so.
Well, I'll see you later, Magos. It was really
See
fun
ya.
with you.
This was pretty good. Fucking hell. Yeah. Goodbye.
See ya.